So this has been a pretty rough week for my cycling journey. An unnamed illness has taken me out for the week. Today is the first day I've managed to get out of bed since doing this Zwift race. For some reason, on this particular day, I had the energy to do a Zwift race in Cat C. I have absolutely no idea how I managed to do it, because 3 days after this Zwift race, I was bedridden completely, and you can still tell I'm not sounding great, but I've got to get the video out for you. So, absolute trooper. Enjoy the video because, you know, man's going through things right now. So if you enjoy it, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. Yeah, enjoy the video. Okay, so this race is 2 laps of Innsbruck Ring. 2 goes up the leg snapper, which I've never done before, so I wasn't really too sure what to expect. But as normal, the race goes pretty hard at the start. I'm trying not to burn too many matches, trying to stay with the front group. Guy pushes off the front, so I'm not trying to catch him, but I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not getting dropped if people start pushing the power. For most of the first lap, for the whole of the first lap, up until the leg snapper, I stuck with this front group. As you can see, to be honest, not the craziest start. Started off in red, dipped down into green, gold, I don't know what that colour is, but yeah, as you can see, I'm sort of spiking up just to keep up with this front group. But considering I was ill, I was pretty happy with the result on this race. As you can see, nose was running a bit, and whilst I did this, I really just pushed through the pack. I don't know how I managed to do that, but the power of Zwift, you never know how it was really going to work. But yeah, first time doing the Innsbruck Ring, and I think it's one of my favourite routes actually. The leg snapper is difficult, but I think it's a perfect sweet spot for me where I can put like a good effort in, and for the whole thing. It's not like some of the other climbing routes that I've done on the channel, which are just really daunting, really long, not necessarily steep, but just long climbs. I just struggle. So at this point, I'm doing a pretty good job of just staying with this front group, trying not to burn too many matches with the leg snapper coming up. First time up the leg snapper now, and as you can see, I'm in red. My plan was to stay above 300 watts the whole way up, which I think I managed to achieve. Might have averaged maybe like 310 or something. But yeah, as you can see, everyone else got drops. I didn't get a drop, I got bloody XP, which I thought was pretty unfair, because if I got a decent drop, maybe I could have stuck with this front group. But yeah, I'm just a heavier rider, there's no way I can keep up with these guys, dropping 5 watts a kilo for the whole thing. So, you know, it is what it is. I was proud of my effort, and it did make me feel pretty good actually. I feel like it cleared my lungs out, but yeah. So I wanted to make sure that I pushed over the top, because I often get dropped at the peak of a climb. For some reason, I just struggled to get the power down. But yeah, I couldn't catch up with the guys in front of me on the downhill like I thought I would. But luckily this guy from, I think, BCAT, was setting a decent pace for me. I could see that he was doing about 2 to 2.5 watts a kilo, so I just sat on his wheel and waited for some more C riders, and yeah, dropped some power to make sure that I stuck with these guys, because they came past with some decent pace, and I stuck with this group right to the end, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, just trying to stay as much in green as possible, try and recover, trying to race as smart as possible, especially because I was ill at this point. So, you know, you really got to play to your strengths, and I just wanted to make sure I got a good recovery in for the next leg snapper, because obviously if these guys, you know, if I drop these guys on the leg snapper the first time, if I can do it again, then, you know, I could potentially win this group. So that was what I was thinking at this point. This time round though, I managed to get a decent drop, so I was going to use that at the end of the race. I was always going to save it, because I wasn't too tired at this point. 160 BPM after 10k of racing, you know, I think that's pretty decent. I pat myself on the back. I mean, I did try and ride on Zwift again whilst I was ill, but the second time I just couldn't even spin my legs. Like, I was, as soon as in the pen, the warm-up pen, my heart rate was at 140, and I was just doing 100 watts, like spinning my legs to warm up, which was yeah, not fun at all. So I haven't been on the bike since this, and it is currently Saturday when I'm recording this, and I did this on Monday, so I've had a lot of, I would call it recovery, but I didn't have a choice. Hopefully I'll go on a bike ride this weekend though, that'd be pretty nice. But yeah, not many attacks went off from this group, I'm not going to lie. I think everyone was kind of just trying to recover for the leg snapper, which is fair enough. I was in the right group. There was a group behind us, but I wasn't too worried about them because they were obviously pretty slow going up the leg snapper the first time. So this guy drops his drop, which means he is in trouble. He is, he dropped it right at the start, which means he must be feeling it already. But yeah, he's my enemy at the minute. I'm just trying to chase him down, trying to average over 300 watts. I think I averaged more the second time round, maybe just because I've had the experience and I knew what to expect. But yeah, chase this guy down, and again, you'll see I nearly get dropped at the top right as I catch him up. You can see I've caught him up, I've done the job. Once it starts leveling out again, my power just drops to the floor and there's nothing I can do to catch up with him. So yeah, I have to work pretty hard on this downhill. Luckily this guy from BCAT is still racing with me, and I use him to sort of slingshot myself to catch up with this guy again, because at this point I really did not want to lose to this guy. So yeah, slingshot myself up to the front, try not to use too much energy, and at this point the group has been whittled down from 5 to 3. Obviously one of the guys is BCAT, so he's not my enemy. And with 1k to go, we are getting ready to sprint, so I'm just trying to position myself, try not to eat too much wind. And yeah, this guy I can see is starting to go, so I've dropped my boost, and I don't want to overtake him too early. I kind of want to use his draft and slingshot past him. So yeah, just spinning the legs up to 600 watts. Do I get 700? Nice, decent little sprint. But yeah, I think I timed that sprint pretty well, and then obviously I could see that he wasn't going to catch me up, so I drop off. And yeah, I was dead after this. Give my neighbour a quick wave. But as you can see, I averaged 2.5 watts a kilo for 30 minutes, which I think, considering I was ill, pat on the back. But yeah, if you enjoy watching my Zwift content, then don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. I'll put the Zwift power result on the screen if you're interested. But yeah, really enjoy making this content, and if you want to see any other videos, comment down below and let me know. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.